So at Curious MMA says, great video, man. New sub, talking about the Chase Hooper versus Alexander Hernandez prediction for UFC 319. So on the channel we post uh, primarily the pay-per-view events, right? Like UFC 319, 320, 321. We try to get as many predictions up as we can. On our other channel, TCMMA Podcast, you got all the predictions for every week and reactions. Then Scott Jackson says Alabama had no players leave during the most recent portal window. Way to ruin my day, Scott Jackson. Okay, I'm hoping that Alabama's down this year, because even if Florida State's up, we're gonna have to be way up off a 2-10 season to beat Alabama. Please believe it. That's why that game is so big. Oddball Sports says I picked Georgia Tech and BC over FSU to start the year. I don't blame you. It was a Georgia thing at the time, being that Tyler is from Georgia. Florida lost to UGA, which, I mean, listen, they had 30% of their team. Lost to Georgia Tech, lost to BC, all led by a Georgia boy. Not to forget, DJ clearly ain't the guy he was hyped up to be. Yeah, it was a huge disappointment. And that's the thing I said before with Florida State football, is it's not Florida State football, like Duke basketball, those are my teams, right, has always been built on taking freshmen all the way up to senior year and being the best to do it, right? Not getting transfers. And when Florida State football starts relying on transfers, which now you have to, because you got the portal window and all this, it really hurts teams like Florida State. It's gonna take time to figure it out. And do we have the right coach? I don't know. I don't know. What did that say? Are the glasses to cover up? No, the glasses are to cover up me reading from left to right, because people get on me. If you don't see me with the glasses on, like when we're doing UFC reactions, that's because I'm not reading anything, I'm reacting. But when I'm doing predictions, I'm reading stats. When I'm doing the Q&A or bringing up information, I'm reading. People get upset when you're reading on the show for some reason. I don't know why. But I just say, we're going to put on some glasses instead. That way we don't get hit up too bad. At Nick Bowen said they have 0% chance to fall off a cliff. We'll see. Bama is going to destroy FSU. I think that's the consensus. K-Max says, dream on, big boy, FSU, with the smile face emojis. Ad Verpin says, Alabama might go 7-6. You actually watch football. Castellano meet John Gotti. If you didn't know, Castellano's FSU's quarterback this season from South Florida, hoping for big things. But again, this is not Florida State football. Florida State football is getting that freshman and building them up to senior year, but those days are over, because the likelihood of a freshman being there senior year, waiting in the wings, is not going to happen. So it's going to take Florida State time, and it's just not good when you're bringing in a guy every year for one season. It just doesn't work. Legendary UA says FSU is dying for attention. Don't worry, it's coming. Got another one. Why do you have so few subscribers? Well, because we don't really post too much on this channel. We're just trying to get it going. Our other channel has like about 5,500 subs now, so we like that, and we're trying to get this one going, right? And that's why we're starting to do more stuff here. At Super Zana says, bro, the real problem is you need to stop filming in the wastewater outflow and lighting with the hot dog roller heat lamp. You gotta love some of this stuff. And a lot of this other stuff is going back a few weeks to some previous UFC pay-per-view events. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Not a lot to talk about today, because I got to get caught back up. Right now with football, I'm paying attention a little bit. I'm looking at some depth charts for my teams like Florida State, and I don't know anybody right now. It's terrible. That's the new way it is. And then the depth chart for the Miami Dolphins, right? Because those are my football teams. And, listen, being realistic, is Florida State going to beat Alabama? Probably not. But as a diehard fan, and if you know anything about Florida fans, again, we're going to tell you that we're going to win, even if we're 1-16 going into the final week against an undefeated team. We just talk smack. It doesn't matter. In fact, we even feel better when we're 1-16 or some terrible record because we have nothing to lose. But we still believe we're the best team in football. That's just the way we've been saying this since the early 70s with the Dolphins. We haven't won a Super Bowl in over 50 years. So, we're kind of used to it. So if things go sideways, yeah, I'm upset. Yeah, I'm cursing at the TV, right? I'm diehard football, but at the same time, you know, it's not like I'm going to jump off a roof or throw the TV into the wall or anything like that because, again, we haven't won a Super Bowl in my lifetime. It's just, it's to be expected. And this year for the Dolphins might go sideways. We'll see. But we got a lot to talk about. Football's coming up, man. We're early August right now. We got a whole month before NFL starts. We got about 3 weeks before college football starts. So plenty of time to get there. So I'm a little behind, but not really behind, right? Because there's not much happening right now except speculation and what everyone thinks is going to happen. And then when week one transpires, we all look like fools at the end of the day. For the most part, most of us. Some of us call it right, but we mostly look like fools.